streaming live, tackling the topics everyone's talking about online. Share, engage, interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Good Monday and welcome to Newsfeed Now. I am Aaron Nolan. We've got a pretty good show, dare I say decent show for you today. We are racing to the most wonderful time of the year, Christmas. We're 128 days away. That's not what I'm talking about, though. The holiday that is known as football kickoff. Football season's so close. High school football has already started. College football is a week from Saturday. And for the fantasy folks like myself, September 5th for the National Football League. But let's get rid of the armchair quarterback and let's actually get to the news. Let's talk about breakups, bad breakups. They're the stuff books, movies, and plenty of stories are written about. Whether it's throwing your stuff in the trash, or maybe you lit some other stuff on fire. We've all had breakups and we've all had disappointments in relationships. That's part of it. But a guy in Florida took it to the next level, dumping dirt on his girlfriend's car. According to authorities, a man invited his girlfriend to talk. They just wanted to go to a place. He wanted to just talk to her. She refused to answer a question, and he did this. This is according to the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office. He got in a tractor, in a truck, and he dumped some dirt on his car. The girlfriend was not injured, but as you can see from the pictures, it was quite a mess. Daniel Smithson joins us now from Mobile. Daniel, first things first, are these two still together?
I have no idea. It's kind of interesting because a lot of people on our Facebook page were making jokes about, well, that's a way to dump a girlfriend.
Yeah.
He was dumping dirt on the car. But no, haven't heard any word about whether or not they're still together. But if I had to guess, I wouldn't say they are still together. So.
All right, does he face any charges in this? Is that against the law?
Yeah, so he's actually facing criminal mischief charges, property damage more than $1,000. He has a felony plea court date already set. I was looking at the Okaloosa County Clerk of Court's office records today, and he's set to make a plea in September. So he'll have to face criminal charges for this, and he'll eventually go on trial for this.
All right, so if we look at the car again, was the girl in the car?
Yes, the girl was apparently inside of the car. The window was down, so there was dirt all in the center console and the air vents, everywhere. But the girl was okay. She was not injured at all. But yeah, she was inside the car whenever it happened, according to the sheriff's office.
All right, looking at the car's location, where were they for this to happen, and where was he for him to be able to jump into a backhoe and get access to a bunch of topsoil?
So apparently it's like a dirt pit where they, I guess, harvest sand and dirt for, I guess, different construction sites and stuff like that. So he actually invited her to his workplace to talk about something, and he asked her a question, and whenever she wouldn't answer that question, that's whenever he got into the front end loader and dumped the dirt onto the car.
What was the question?
Authorities have not told us. I requested the arrest report, but all they say is he asked her a question. I really wish I knew what that question was, because that's definitely something interesting to do whenever someone doesn't answer your question. Okay,
and last question, because this is intriguing to me. Did she see him get into the tractor and not taking anything away from what happened, but could she not have driven away, because tractors don't move as fast as a normal vehicle would?
Right, I was thinking the same thing, and no, I haven't heard that, and authorities have not released that. But yeah, that's a great question, and I wish I had the answer for you.
All right, Daniel, you were literally digging into this story, a new way to dump a girlfriend or boyfriend, right? All right, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you taking the time. Spring cleaning really isn't reserved for one of the 4 seasons. Look, sometimes you just need to clean up. I did it this weekend, cleaning out the closet, getting donations ready. I even cleaned out a flower bed, Steve. You'd be proud of me, man. Yeah. I was out there digging up rose bushes. A lot of times when you do some cleaning, you need tools, like a power washer. I love power washers. They restore what's old and grimy for something new. But in this story, it's just the opposite. A power washer helped find something old. It's a logo, McGinty Brothers Clothing Company, which was a popular department store nearly a century ago. A local historian believes the mural was painted in the 1930s.
I was exceedingly happy to see the entire mural still available here and hadn't been destroyed.
This was in Southwest Missouri. Savannah covers news in Joplin, Missouri, joins us now. Savannah, have you seen the mural? What did it look like before compared to what we just saw after?
I have seen the mural. Beforehand, it basically was all white. It was covered in plastered and paint. And then once water pressure was hit the wall, the M showed within the title of the clothing store, and then they decided to take it all apart. But great news, they'll be preserving it and they'll be showing it off today.
Oh, that is fantastic. What are folks saying on your social media accounts?
They're really excited. There's a lot of people within the town who grew up with that store. That store opened in 1904, and people will say, my grandparents shopped there, my parents have shopped there. It closed in 2002. So the fact that they have that history being brought back to life again, they're super excited.
If we look at the sign, again, McGinty's was the name of the clothing store. It also says home of Hart Schaefer and Marks, which is a very popular, I don't think I'm wearing that suit right now. I am not, but it is a very popular suit brand. So this must have been a pretty nice clothing company back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, that's what I understand. It was also a popular hotspot within the town. Basically, if you're getting your clothes and your shoes in the town, you're going to that store.
I'm assuming that this is was like a gathering area. I know a little bit about Southwest Missouri, and Neosho is where this was at. And this is probably one of those areas where people just kind of come together, and it's like a family there.
100%. City Hall is right in the middle of the town, and it's basically 2 feet away from City Hall. So basically, when people gather together, it was right in the square. The historian actually showed me a photo of when it was basically open, and the picture has the world's tallest man in that photo, and it was basically the last photo that was taken of him before he died.
Wow, very cool stuff. Savannah, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time. Last February, I went to Korea to cover the Olympic Games. When we were in Seoul, we went to a lot of places. Many things we didn't understand. We had to try these things, right? Kimchi, that's the first time I ever tried it. And one of our teammates went to a raccoon cafe. It's exactly what it sounds like. Raccoons play while you eat. This next story reminds me of that cafe. It's a coffee shop in Alabama for felines. Cameron Edgeworth has the Cat Cafe.
Alabama's first cat cafe is now open in Birmingham. Gatos and Beans Cafe opened in Avondale on 3rd Court South in July. The coffee shop has a room dedicated to cats that are available for adoption. Customers can pay $10 for a drink and 1 hour to spend with the cats. Owner Kelly Stewart says the cafe is off to a very busy start.
We've had a lot of walk-ins. Reservations on the weekends have been booked. So I'm telling everybody, please go online and make your reservations for Saturday and Sunday, because otherwise you won't get in.
And the feedback has been great.
Everybody is so nice, and everybody that's been in there has had a fantastic time. They come out, they're either excited or they're just smiling, and they're like, this was so fun and stuff like that. So we're getting a lot of really good feedback.
Adoption fees for the cats benefit Hoover Animal Shelter Kitty Cat Haven. Stewart is already planning for a bright future, which includes a cat patio.
So right now, all of our tips are going towards that. They're going in a savings account so that we can build a catio out off the back, so that in the nicer weather we can sit outside with the cats a little bit. It'll be a deck with a screened-in porch.
Gatos and Beans Cafe is open every Thursday through Monday. Reporting in Birmingham, Cameron Edgeworth, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.
All right, Gatos and Beans via Cameron. Cameron, gatos, of course, the Spanish word for cat. I got a lot of questions to ask you, so I hope you're ready for this one. First things first, how is the coffee, and did you come away adopting a cat?
I did not adopt a cat. I have a dog, and also my news managers told me to not bring a cat back to the newsroom, so I did not. The coffee is good. I would compare it to Starbucks. Pretty good coffee as well.
All right, so why couldn't you have a station cat? I mean, we have a station dog here at Newsfeed Now. Why can't you have a station cat? I'll talk to your news director about that.
That's a good question. I will give you his number. I would love to have a station cat here personally.
Yeah, go ahead and tweet me that number. Just put it out all on social media so everybody has your boss's number. I think that's probably the best way to use our time here. All right, I want to go to cleanliness, because
yes,
cats have litter boxes. Litter boxes are out in the open. How does that work when you're talking about consuming things in a cat cafe?
Yeah, so the cats are actually secluded in an entire room that it's not separate from the coffee shop, but everything's closed off. You can't get in there unless you do pay to see the cat. So that's kept pretty separate and clean. I actually didn't even notice a litter box when I was in the cat room, so I'm not sure where exactly you hide those, but pretty clean though.
I have a cat. I know it's hard to believe. I'm not really a cat guy, but I do have a cat. My wife brought it home on like the first week after our honeymoon, so that's her fault. I mean, I love my cat. And look, cats are somewhat clean, so I can get that. I'm interested in the reservations here. So things are backed up for you to get in to spend an hour with random cats.
Yes, and I think it's just the excitement. There's nothing like this in Alabama, so I think people, especially here in Birmingham, are excited to have this in their neighborhood. During the week, she said it's not like that, but any weekend, just be prepared. If you don't book early, you'll probably miss your chance to actually go into the room with the cats.
That's good to know for next time I'm in Birmingham, Cameron. All right, I need your best cat pun about this story. Go.
Oh, my best cat pun. You know, I'm actually terrible with puns.
How can you be in the news business and be terrible with puns?
I'm the only one who's like that. I always have to get help with my headlines and stuff, but I'm a terrible pun person. If it were dogs, I'd probably be better.
So you couldn't, it's perfect? It's a perfect story?
See, you got me. Perfect. Thank you.
That is so brilliant.
That's the easy one. You're
I'm
the
going to
best.
give you one more chance, Cameron, because this is important stuff. You got to be able to have a pun here. Come on, give me one.
Get my pun here. Oh, you put me on the spot here. I'm not good.
Okay, our production room, are you ready for this, Cameron? Is saying the cat's got Cameron's tongue.
Yes, cat has got Cameron's tongue for sure. But you'll have a cat-tastic time if you go. Maybe that's the best thing I can throw out there.
Wow. Wow. You know what? Your puns are for the litter box.
They are, for sure.
I'm just saying. I could litter your story with puns.
See, where were you? I needed you this entire time when I was writing the story.
Just call me. I got your back. Cameron, thanks, buddy. We appreciate that perfect story. See, I did it again! All right, he's off the line.
I love cats.
Thank you so much for joining this very strange, punny edition of Newsfeed Now. We're going to take a break, and we'll see you in 23 hours and 40-ish minutes, 48 minutes, something like that. See you then, guys.
I'm sorry.